You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So
mostly classic TV, especially
but
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Hey, and welcome to Destroy All Movies, episode blah, 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 whatever. Do we do episodes anymore?
No, we don't do episodes anymore.
Episode something.
I mean, we do episodes. We just don't number them anymore.
Right into the mic.
What's up, people?
Richie was just drinking into the mic.
What's up, people? I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
I'm Ken.
And that was me drinking Jameson Black.
No Carl tonight.
Carl tonight.
So only a trio, not a quartet.
We want to send our heartfelt condolences out to Carl and V for their cat who just passed.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Cindy Clawford.
That was her name, Cindy Clawford?
No, that's from Ted Lasso. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That would have been funny as shit if that was her name, though. I unfortunately have many more years with cats in the house.
He has younger cats.
I do, so yay.
And they're not Thundercats.
No.
And, that would be fun.
They are a couple of
Snarf, snarf.
Yeah. So, was Snarf a cat?
Yeah.
What kind of cat was he? Just like a tomcat, right?
I don't know what kind of cat. Any of them. Well, Chitara, obviously.
Well, Chitara, and then Tigra was a fucking tiger. No, Panther was a panther.
And what was Lion-O was a lion, obviously.
It was a fucking lion. Jesus Christ. Their names. I don't know what kind of. I have no clue. Man, it was literally their name. A lion. Oh, good.
Well, I don't know what a snarf is.
What's a good name for like a panther?
Then what was Jaga?
Jaga was the dude.
He was Lion-O's father. He's the one who died on the trip.
Is he a jaguar?
Yeah, maybe he was a jaguar. Yeah, that's true.
See, Kenny knew. Yeah, and Kenny's shooting from the hip, for Christ's sake.
I don't know. I don't know my thunder.
I don't know what they were.
I don't know what Lion-O is.
Well, I knew Chitara, but he was a cheater. And
but what?
Tigra was a tiger.
Lion-O.
Lion-O was. Okay, I guess I knew everybody. So yeah, Snarf was just a fucking alley cat.
I've never seen an alley cat with that coloring.
You never know.
Snarf, snarf. I'm an alley cat.
Why did he have to say Snarf all the time? Like, we knew his name. He always had to say it.
Well, maybe he got the name because he always said it.
Oh.
Maybe Snarf is a nickname.
He just has fucking Tourette's.
Yeah. Snarf. That's true. If you think about it, he compulsively says that.
Yeah.
In the middle of sentences.
Everything. The fuck is, what is he doing? So wasn't Lion-O like
I'm having breakfast, Snarf.
Wasn't Lion-O like 10?
No, he was was he 10? Was he that? Yeah, he was a teenager. And then his body, there's something went wrong with his suspended animation chamber, and his
Right.
body grew.
Right, but his mind didn't.
Yeah, he was still.
He was constantly jerking off.
But the thing is, here's the thing about Thundercats, right? He was supposed to be like a teenager, like 15 or so, right?
Right.
He grows up and he's in an adult body. By the second episode, he acts adult.
Yeah. Well, you got to grow up fast in those times, Jim.
All of a sudden, he's the wise leader of the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Those cat years.
That's true. Cats age faster.
Yeah. I forget. Do cats age like dogs? Is it the same thing?
I've never heard someone say cat years.
But dog years is a thing.
But cats
Cats
last longer than dogs for the most part, don't they?
Awesome.
They do.
They do.
Oh, Richie, you love those cats. And you knew.
I do.
It.
I love every minute of them. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with I love them like crazy.
You know those rabble rousers.
Yeah. They're I'm sure they're good cats.
So what are we doing on the show today?
Speaking of cats, Black Widow.
That's a cat?
Cat fight.
Oh,
Tying it all in.
All right. Well,
Cat fight.
we start off very sexist.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to disappoint the fans. What's wrong with being sexy?
Sexist. So, before we get to Black Widow, I'll probably cut this out. But I was watching Colbert, and they were talking about Richard Branson going into space, and then Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk all doing it. And so they did like a fake commercial for a guy selling cut rate space trips.
Yeah.
And he goes, we can get you in low orbit for $49.95. Ground control to major savings.
That's funny.
That's good.
Yeah. They had a
So I also want to speak on the finale of Loki, which I watched. I won't give any.
Just drop?
Yeah.
Like today?
Yeah, I watched it at lunchtime.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't watch it, so don't fucking say.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to give my general reaction.
You can't not spoil. Why can't you wait until we all see it?
Well, I swear to God, I won't spoil anything.
Okay, but you're going to give your reaction when we give ours next week.
Why can't I give my reaction now?
Because no one's ready for next.
All I'm just going to say is I'm slightly.
Obviously, you're slightly disappointed.
Yeah.
Obviously, just by saying I have something to say today. I don't know I don't know
what kind of lion is, but
I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. But I'm going to give my. Okay, so there you go. Jim's disappointed in Loki.
I said slightly
disappointed in Loki.
Okay.
There you go.
And I'll save my full reaction for the next show. When
we do the next show and the rest of us fucking see it because we can't watch it on our lunch.
Well, I saw a tweet about it and I said, well, I can't look at anything until I watch it.
Right.
So I watched it.
All right.
And this was the last episode?
Yeah. Was the last episode.
Got it. I haven't seen the last episode. I haven't seen the 5th episode yet.
And there's no real post-credit scene. Something happens during the credits, but it's not like an actor. It's not a film thing. It's just something you see written.
Do they just hold up a picture of somebody?
And they start.
Yeah, they pull a Kevin Smith and be like, Loki will return. In Dogma. So
Jim's making a face. He may be right.
See, again, this is exactly why you can't fucking talk about anything.
You're the guy who walks out of Marvel movies and says, I can't believe they killed whoever.
I was doing that to piss people off in line.
I can't believe they killed the Hulk.
Well,
I can't.
Thor.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe they killed. That was walking out of Thor.
Yeah. I can't believe they killed Thor. Everybody's like, oh.
So that'll basically be what we're watching. Oh, I got something to say before we get into what we're watching. You know, Hallmark's the Spot, the other podcast I do.
Yes.
Someone copped our name.
No way.
Yeah, I was looking just to see how we pop up on the search when I did a search for Hallmark.
Right.
And there's us, Hallmark's the Spot, and there's another podcast, Hallmark's the Spot.
How long have they been doing it?
They had a blog for a long time, and then they just started podcasting.
Wow. So what do you?
So
do?
it's like brand. What can you do? I don't own the name.
Call and tape. Where Hallmark's the spot? Like have a Hallmark throwdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Hallmark.
yeah. I listened to some of that show. Oh, we got a bad review too. But
I love bad reviews.
I got to read you this part of the criticism.
Read it all.
Oh, okay.
I love bad reviews.
Okay, I got to look it up. Here we go. Now, remember, we have 5 ratings, and all of them were 5s except for this one.
Right. What did I say?
What did you say?
Joking around.
Oh.
What did I say?
It says, Curious is the title, the headline. 2-star review. Right. I don't understand how they do this podcast every week and are never prepared. They don't remember the characters or many details.
There you go.
Because we never remember the characters' names.
Right. Why? How? What?
We give them fake names. If we don't remember them, we'll say, they'll call this one Sally.
Right.
And if it was a while since we saw it, we may not remember how it ended exactly.
Right.
But this is the part that killed me. All right. Or many of the details. And I got to hit more. Sorry. Where the fuck is it? Oh, and they spend a lot of time discussing back and forth amongst themselves. Is this the shtick?
Wow.
Okay, a 2-person podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the 2 people talk back and forth to each other.
Yes, it's shtick.
Yes, that is my shtick.
Yeah.
Having a conversation
between
shtick.
2 people doing a podcast.
Yeah. It's like they're talking to each other. Signed Karen. So was it did they leave their name? Was it a broad?
No, it just is Carp 2033.
Carp 2033. I'm coming on your show just to answer that. Just to answer the bad reviews. So I was listening to an episode of the She Will Rock You, the 2 broads in the pizza place.
Which one did you listen to?
I just did the Pantera one. Now I'm on Luke. The guy from the Struts is on.
It's fun.
The dude from the Struts.
What?
Like they interviewed him.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listened to the, whatchamacallit, the Oasis one.
Oh, okay.
And I told them leading up that, that the brothers are the greatest for talking about things to talk about. And then I said, I listened to the show and I loved it. They are the Picassos of band dysfunction.
Well, the only when we have them on the show, the only thing I'm gonna tell them about, embrace your bad reviews. Because
What? They said they got a bad review?
they got a bad review and they didn't read it. I'm like, oh, read it,
man.
love it, enjoy it. Like
we always read our bad reviews.
I fucking
Embrace it.
love it. Yeah, the good reviews are fine. Oh, you guys are good. Whatever. Give me the bad ones. Tell me to go fuck myself. That's so awesome. Because I know you're still listening. So yeah, it's that show's pretty cool.
So is anyone watching? Anything new?
I'm caught up on Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself.
Okay.
Great. It got way better. I recommend it.
Never heard of it.
So you ever watch Schitt's Creek?
A couple episodes.
Yeah, the really the sister Alexa.
Yep.
Or Alexis. She went polar opposite for this role. Very low income white family from Boston. Very white trashy.
The concept is the show is a dichotomy. They shoot it like a sitcom, and
when her husband is involved, only when her husband is involved, they shoot it like a sitcom.
And then they shoot it on film, and it becomes more darker and more serious.
Yeah. So she basically, she is the wife of a man child, over the top sitcom type thing, and laugh tracks horrible jokes. Like they do it purposely. Like it's the worst. Like take the corniest 80s sitcom and like double it. It's that bad. But they do it purposely because she snaps.
Okay.
And she wants to kill him. Like really kill him.
It's called Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself.
Yeah, Kevin Can Fuck Himself is
well, they say F himself.
Yeah. Well, they bleep it out.
Yeah.
They actually say it, but they bleep it out. So, but her going from that one actress or that one character, Alexis, to this, like she did an amazing job.
Yep.
So, and it's really good now. So super juiced about it.
Is that on Amazon or?
I think it's either A&E or AMC. One of the A.
One of the A channels.
One of the A. Yeah, I think it's A&E. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
just do a search for it. So you'll find it.
And the other thing I've been watching is it is summertime, and what happens in summer? Shock Week.
Shock Week. Okay. Right after Black Widow, right after I finish watching Black Widow, Shark Week pops up with Chris Helmsworth.
Oh.
And I watched it.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Like right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he went diving with great whites.
For nurse sharks. He didn't go diving with great whites. He went diving with nurse sharks.
Nurse sharks.
Nurse sharks. No, but the thing is, this older conservationist woman is the one who takes him there, and she's like 87 years old, and she's scuba diving with him.
No, that would have been a pass. That would have been a pass on my.
Because it turns out Chris Helmsworth's a really good surfer.
Shocking.
Right.
And he's with this other surfer dude who's a big surfing competitor. He shreds.
Yeah.
And
did he have like one leg or something? Like one?
No. But he did have an encounter with a shark that hit him while he was on his board.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like the fin comes out of the water behind him, because they got it on video.
Right.
It was during a competition.
Right.
So Finn comes out of the water, and then all of a sudden, bam! He gets slammed off his board.
Wow.
Yeah, but he got out without serious injury. Yeah.
Crazy.
But it was a good episode of Shark Week.
Yeah. So there's always the cool stuff on Shark Week that I really enjoy, and then the really dumb shit. Like the Jackass did stuff. I didn't see that because they were just going to get eaten, basically. But like the Air Jaws stuff was super cool. Did you see that one?
No.
They went back down to South Africa where they breach all the time.
Oh yeah.
and they got a shark jumping out of the water 15 feet in the air.
Wow.
And had like a hang time of like 1.5 seconds.
Space Jam 2.
It was insane. So there's this island where all these seals go, right?
Yeah.
And then there's there's a shallow end and it just drops. So these sharks, these great whites, go down to the bottom and come up like 35 miles an hour or 27 miles an hour and fucking hit the seal
Yeah.
out of the water. I was like, holy shit. But it's the coolest thing in the world. So I always like when they like do that stuff and the educational stuff.
Right.
I watched one where it's like it was called Shark Files. So it's a newer one. And what they were doing was they were breaking down videos of sharks attacking cage divers and why. So, and it always came down to the chum being too close to the cages.
Right. Well, it's hard to control chum.
Well, that's right. And so
it tends to float around when you're underwater.
So there's a group of scientists who are testing whatchamacallit, vibration.
Right.
Because that will attract sharks to come close to the cage as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they did it with like metal music.
Right.
It's a specific dB so they brought a speaker underwater and just started playing like hard rock and metal. And these sharks come, but they came by and checked you out and then they didn't attack the cage.
Yeah.
Because they didn't think chum was in it. So they said, yeah, we have, some more research, but if we can do this for, recreational divers when they want to swim with sharks, and this will attract sharks without, the sharks actually harming anybody or, getting harmed.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
well,
they're just in it for the jam session.
Right.
Well, interesting in the Chris Helmsworth thing, they were testing this device that would emit electrical waves because sharks have an organ on both sides of their nose that senses electrical impulses.
Right.
Right. So they're testing it to say it's for surf boarders.
Right.
Surf boarders.
What are they called? They're on these boards. They're called, I don't know the name of them.
So, and they're testing it and they're showing the film of the sharks going up to the bottom of the board and then scooting away real fast, and they said, they've been successful like 60% of the time the shark goes away, and I'm going, that's not enough.
60% of the time
it works every time. 60% of the time scaring away the shark. That's still not a good ratio. That's not a good odds if you're on that surfboard.
Over 50% is good.
Yeah.
They're like 60%. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. 60% of the time, it works they've done studies. 60% of the time, it works every time. That makes no sense.
So, Kenny, anything new you've been watching?
No, I've been working. So nothing good.
Good for
workaholic still, but that's 1 or 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
Movies.
Black Widow.
Yeah. All right. We're ready for Black Widow?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Fuck this movie, man. No, I'm only kidding.
So this is Black Widow. It stars
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett
Jesus Christ,
Johansson.
dude.
Man, I drew a blank right there. I am sorry. I'm scanning my page. I'm trying to find her name.
Well, what's her name? CB Karen's going to tell us we don't know what we're doing now.
Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh.
Is that the sister?
I guess that's the sister.
Yeah.
David Harbour, who was Red Guardian.
Right.
Olga Kurylenko, William Hurt playing Thunderbolt Ross again.
Right.
And Rachel Weisz as that's Mrs. James Bond, by the way.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah.
She got to lay off the Botox. I'm just saying, she was a handsome woman in this movie.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not the one jamming that shit in her face.
So it opens up in 1995. Natasha's a 11-year-old kid, and her younger sister, and the father comes home, and they're undercover Russian agents pretending to be an American family.
Hey, I got to stop you already. No kid would have had blue hair back then. Today, it's a little more acceptable.
In 95, they wouldn't have blue hair?
No.
You don't think so?
Not little kids, no. It was still for adults, but not little kids, still frowned upon. Now it's so cute. Oh, we're going to do their hair pink the first day of school, whatever. But now, yeah.
Well,
So
blue hair or not. Man, when you're picking nits.
There's a lot to pick apart about this movie. So go ahead.
So they say they got to get away. They hop into the car, drive out of town, go to this airport. He shows off some super strength by moving a trailer out of the way of the plane that they're going to get in, fly to Cuba, meet up with this Russian dude, and they talk about their mission. And
Right.
yeah, it's successful, but he wants to get back into his uniform
Right.
and be a Red Guardian again.
Absolutely. Because he was in Ohio,
Right.
being a whatever he did for a living, being a dad.
Yeah.
And, so there you go.
So, and then they take the kids away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Russian guy, oh, I like her spirit.
Will break her.
Yeah, can we just say that everyone in this movie has a terrible Russian accent?
No, the
No.
sister didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Elena.
sister. I had to turn on the subtitles because she was mumbling in a Russian
No.
accent. I couldn't make out what she was saying.
Nah, she was good. I liked her. Everybody else, I agree, but I like her. Go ahead.
What, like David Harbour? Me strong like bull.
I said her, not him. So, yeah.
So in 2016, Thunderbolt Ross is trying to chase down Black Widow because she helped Captain America and Bucky escape
Right.
at the airport in Civil War.
So, do you think he gave himself that name, Thunderbolt Ross?
I'm not sure
Like, how did he get that him? Like the fucking milk toast suit dude, yet Thunderbolt
because he was
Ross.
General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
How did he get Thunderbolt?
Because he was a general.
So?
They give generals nicknames.
Do they?
Yeah.
Sherman Potter didn't have a nickname.
He wasn't a general. He was a colonel.
Yeah, he was.
He was a colonel.
Right. All right.
Like Patton, Old Blood and Guts.
Okay. Jessup didn't have a nickname.
That's right. He didn't.
He wasn't like, Smiling Jack Ross.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
Storm
like
and Norman.
It's not like
Norman.
General Ross goes around calling himself Thunderbolt Ross.
I think he does. That's where you're mistaken. General Ross. That's Thunderbolt Ross to you.
That's Thunderbolt.
Yeah, so you go call me Thunderbolt, especially around the Avengers. I get my name. Go ahead. You think he was? I need a cool name.
So they surround where she is, and she's going, you're just going to embarrass yourself here. And he goes, oh, we got you trapped there, Black Widow. Don't get in the way now. And then she gets off the phone. It turns out she's on a ferry.
Right.
And then they are obviously not going to catch her.
He was like, damn you, Black Widow.
Black Widow, curse you.
Yeah, man, she's good.
But yeah, they'll have the one guy that does that. Man, she's good.
She is good. Man, she got us.
Again.
Yeah.
General Wildman shows up with
Wahoo! Man, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that she wouldn't have been in this location? I know, me. I told you not to come here. I've been telling you all along. She's crafty. She's not going to be at this location. But don't listen to General Wildman. Listen to Thunderbolt Ross. Thunderbolt.
So she goes to her supplier, who is a guy. He gets weapons and false identities and all kinds of spy stuff.
He's Q.
Basically.
Yeah, he's Q.
Yeah, he's so like he doesn't. But he doesn't make the stuff.
But he's like low budget though.
Yeah, this movie had James Bond ripoff all over it.
Well, she's a spy. I wished it was more spyish.
I agree, because a 98-pound girl flying 400 fucking thousand feet in the air and landing on a wing of a plane is not possible. But go ahead, let's go. Let's suspend.
So there's a lot of not possible in this movie.
Yeah, no shit. There should have been a lot more spy stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, someone
or something.
What? No, the door opened. So we cut to the other Black Widows that are controlled by the Russians.
Right.
And her sister is like leading this group of Black Widows, and they're going after this woman who has this chemical, and they're trying to get the vials from her, and her sister goes up to it, and the one breaks open the vial and shoots the gas in her face.
Right.
And it snaps her sister out of her mind-controlled trance.
Right, right. So do they all have to shop at the same place? Or is that like issued?
Yeah, that's a uniform.
It's like, so it's Red Room issued?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
They're all the same. They're all dressed exactly the same.
That's what I mean. Like that, so as a spy,
yeah,
wouldn't you find out where they make all those outfits first, and then find out who's ordering them, and then
it's probably one of the older widows making all of them.
Yeah.
So is that so? After that's a good point, Ken. So after you age out,
right,
of your widow, if you survive,
right,
and you age out, do you go into like the mom ended up in a pig farm, training stuff and doing like IT work?
Yeah, but she was a scientist,
right? But she was still a Black Widow.
Yeah, but they would just kill them.
I understand that, but my point is, like, after you age out, it's like Menudo. After a while, you can't sing anymore.
Yeah, but they didn't kill the Menudo kid.
Right, but what do you do with them afterwards?
Like, I said they kill him.
They all work at the dress shops to make leather outfits.
Yeah. So
remember, at the end of this movie, they showed like Black Widows, like hundreds of them.
Yeah, I know, but
all over the world.
Right. So they have to age out at a certain point. You saw that Black Widow's mom was sort of useless after a while. Like, you can only pretend to punch, with force for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but like I said, she was a scientist, so pretty valuable. They're going to keep her around.
All right, but so do you have to learn a trade after you're all right, your fighting years are from say 15 to 35.
Well, I'm sure they'd have to learn, they have other skills except fighting.
Go into woodworking.
Right.
Or
how's she a scientist?
Well, I don't know about handcrafts and stuff.
Yeah. Like you got to figure out basic mechanics, because all these you got your Black Widow motorcycles.
Maybe they make barrettes and sell them on Etsy.
Yeah, that
would be so funny. All the aged out Black Widows move into arts and crafts. Black Widow Crafts Fair.
Yeah, who's training them too? They're getting all this training. So
maybe they age out like in Top Gun. Like they
Well-
age out and then
well,
they
the-
train.
The one. Oh, I get it. They become older and become the trainers of the new ones.
Right.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So they can age out to training.
But
like
what
in
about
Top
those
Gun.
dudes in the guards? You know,
Yeah. Why did they need to exist?
exactly. He mind controls everyone. What do you need guards for?
Exactly.
Right.
You just tell all the Black Widows to kill somebody.
Yeah. All he had to do was stop wearing his aqua velva, or buy more aqua velva, or whatever it is that they couldn't withstand them, or Go ahead.
So,
We're jumping way ahead.
yeah, when that dude got Black Widow, her hidey hole, that trailer out in the middle of nowhere,
Right.
he said he brought her mail and stuff. And in that was the package of the vials of the antidote
Right.
that her sister sent her. And much like Indiana Jones,
Thank you. Oh
her,
my God.
her,
Thank you.
her sister Natasha brings the vials with her when she meets up with her sister, and her sister said, "I didn't want you to bring them here."
You brought him here? What are you, dumb?
Yeah.
I sent him here for a reason. She brought him there, and
Yeah,
it was
just
hey,
like Indy brought back the Grail notebook.
yeah. Why would you do that? So go ahead.
He should have sent it to the Marx Brothers. that was the solution. So they fight. A lot of fighting going on.
I would like to bring up one thing about the sister.
Okay.
Right from go, you knew that she was going to be the new character being introduced into the Marvel world.
Yeah.
And thank God, because she was super funny. I'm
Yeah.
glad they brought humor, a
Right.
little more humor to this shit than normal.
Right. It did have a lot of humor in this.
Making fun of her and her poses and talking about the
Yes.
vest.
Yeah, the pose
Yeah.
thing was funny.
The pose thing was funny. The vest was funny.
Yeah. It's got a lot of pockets.
you can do a lot. You can carry a lot of stuff. I knew she liked the vest.
So they go, the Taskmaster gets sent in. The activate Taskmaster protocol, and Taskmaster shows up. And we eventually learn who Taskmaster is. And this is one of my problems with this film.
This is one of your problems.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I always love the character Taskmaster.
Who is Taskmaster?
It's the one
No. I know.
with the-
who it was in this movie.
in the comics.
Yes, you got to explain it to me like
Taskmaster was a guy
right?
who trained people's like villains henchmen
Ah,
how to fight because he was a master of all kinds of fighting techniques because he had photographic reflexes where
okay.
if he couldn't duplicate superpowers, but if he saw someone make a move that's physically possible for a man to do, he could do it.
Nice.
That's why, like in this, Taskmaster can watch tape of Hawkeye and then had all his skills.
Right. He would have all his skills.
So he can also predict someone's fighting move because he knows he studied them and knows all their moves.
Right.
So he knows, okay, now that he's going to throw. And they kind of made Taskmaster like do this with some kind of technology in the helmet would predict moves. And but they made Taskmaster into like a zombie.
Yeah, they put a USB in her.
Yeah, it's like I didn't like that. I was so looking forward to Taskmaster in this movie, and then they ruined Taskmaster for me. Why was she called Taskmaster? She wasn't training anybody.
No, she was not. So it would have been funny if, like, when they put one of the USBs in, it just played music, and he's like, "Sorry, that's my playlist."
Yeah.
It's my workout playlist.
Yeah, because she supposedly had like a chip in her neck that did something. I don't know. They already mind controlled everyone without chips.
Right. Well, she ended up being his daughter, What movie was that from as well? X-Men. Duh. Same thing.
Yeah.
He was the daughter. Became the zombie. Like, what's his name's son?
Right.
Became a mutant, and he did testing on him. So same thing.
So Natasha finds out she thought she killed everybody in the red room where they train all these girls was gone. Right. She finds out now, no, it isn't, and that dude's still alive.
Not only he's still alive, but the daughter who you blew up by accident also still alive.
Yeah,
and is a fembot.
And
yeah.
She had guns coming out of her jumblies.
So Natasha's sister says, what's her sister's name?
Elena.
Yeah. Yelena.
Yeah, Elena.
Yeah. And she says we got to get our fake parents together so we can find this new Red Room. So they break Red Guardian out of jail, and he's like arm wrestling people and beating them all until this. And he's telling stories about how he beat up Captain America, and one of the Russian prisoners will. When was that? And he goes, about 85, 86. He goes, Captain America was still in ice. You took off.
And he spaghetti armed his.
Yeah. Did that looked so fake.
I know.
Yeah. Totally. But the thing I read that he did battle a Captain America, but it was Isaiah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That was how they're reaching for it. That was one of the theories. So he could have fought another Captain America at the time.
Right.
Nice. That's like how Friends had to explain the
losing the monkey.
No, how Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox can afford their apartment.
What?
No, that was a real episode.
What?
Oh,
they explained how they could afford that apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how bad that show was.
So how could they afford that apartment?
It was Monica's grandmother's, and it was rent controlled.
Oh, well, what about the other two? They were in an adjoining apartment.
Yeah, but their apartment was super small and like it was like a New York apartment. But the girls,
it's a little bigger.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But I guess Chandler had some scratch. He had a real good job, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he can afford it. It was like a Seinfeld apartment.
Yes. Yeah.
And the other one was like something from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's how they explained it. He fought a different Captain America. So I have a problem with him being incarcerated.
Yeah. Okay.
So
what's the problem?
He's a super soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was in Gen Pop, for Christ's sake.
Right. Breaking people's wrists.
Andy Dufresne, crawled through 500 yards of shit and foul stench and escaped from Shawshank.
Right.
And he wasn't a super soldier.
So they all go, they get broken out of jail. And this is one of the spots where Black Widow should have been hospitalized.
Many times she should have been.
When she fell off that catwalk and bounced off two other things like Captain America did in a lot of Captain America movies.
Right.
He's a super soldier. He could take it.
Thank you. So my problem, I was talking to somebody about it and Andy, I was talking to Andy about it, and he was like, dude, it's comic book. You got to suspend. I said, no, listen, I get it. Tony Stark, Iron Man suit, no problem. Captain America, shut up with the go-go juice, no problem. I buy it. A spy?
Yeah, when she bounced off the awning or the catwalk and then hit the other thing, man, that would have put anybody in the hospital.
Right.
When they were in the car together and Taskmaster blows up the car with the exploding arrow,
movie's over.
They should have been dead.
Hey, she had some bruises.
Yeah.
Okay. She had some bruises.
She did have bruises.
Barton doing the stuff that he should be hurt. If an alien comes from a different planet and punches you and you fly back like 35 feet, you're not getting up.
Not if you're a normal human.
Not if you're normal. I don't care how much you work out.
Yeah, that impact.
How much creatine you have. You're staying down. I've been saying this for years, people. Like superheroes.
Another thing I don't believe about Hawkeye. Remember in Age of Ultron, or no, was it Civil War? It was Civil War. When Iron Man asks him if he's retired. Oh, I thought you retired, Clint. Right. I thought you retired, and he said, "I took up golf. I played 18, shot 18." And I go, no fucking way. I don't care how good he is. Is he gonna ace every single hole on an 18 hole golf course?
And maybe, he put the ball on an arrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the ball on an arrow.
I didn't know.
Like that's where I got that from.
Like I wouldn't have thought that would be allowed. He was out there.
You really thought he was out there tin cupping it with a 7-iron?
Well, I don't think a public course would allow someone to use a bow and arrow.
Well, he probably played on the Avenger course.
Yeah, they probably do have a golf course.
I'm sure they do. They're the Avengers. They have everything.
Everything except a paycheck.
Yeah, that is true.
So they find out, you find out Taskmaster is the nearly dead daughter of that Natasha blew up. But this dude, he's really not into revenge. So he why are you an Avenger? He goes, and then he thinks he's gonna mind controller. Then he'll own an Avenger too. And he has an unlimited resource, girls.
Yeah. That would be like having like a Tesla. Like I own a Tesla. Well, it doesn't have a battery. Like you have the worst Avenger. Like,
you got the worst Avenger.
You got the worst Avenger. Like you don't even have it.
Yeah.
Just a spy. You just have another Black Widow.
It's like having Aquaman and the few Super Friends.
Yeah, right. You have Aquaman.
He's always there manning the trouble alert because there's no water nearby.
Right. Like what? Seriously, you like I have an Avenger. No, you just have another Black Widow. Like technically, you have tons of them.
Dude, she knows how to handle a USB drive.
Yeah.
Can the other Avengers do it?
You have the worst Avenger. Even worse than the Falcon,
she can feed him inside information about the Avengers, like Thor taking smelly shits and not flushing and
the Falcon not being able to catch his new fangled shield. So because it keeps almost ripping his arm off. Because he's just a normal human too. So,
wow, you have a problem with the Falcon catching that shield?
Absolutely, because that shield should not be going faster than like 5 miles an hour. Like I don't even know if it's going 5 miles an hour. It's like,
but think about it. Think about it in real life.
Right.
If that thing was moving at the speed it's moving,
right,
would you stand anywhere in front of it?
No.
Oh hell no.
I would have to be like, listen, you want me to be Captain America, you got to shoot me up with the go-go juice.
The only way I'm going to catch it is you do that Frisbee thing where you just throw it up a little and then it comes back down.
I would just putting it on my back. Yeah. You're like, I scratch myself.
You can really bang your head too.
Yeah, just whacks him in the head. He's like, what happened? I was like, I cut my eye. How? The shield, dude, the fucking shield. It's just a menace. I keep trying to give it a Bucky. Like, he always has to have Bucky around to catch it.
No, that's like when the quarterbacks warm up on the sidelines, they have another dude standing next to them to catch the footballs.
He has Bucky.
Yeah.
He can throw it, and then Bucky will catch it. Here you go, buddy. You got to step into it when you throw. You got to step in. You got to use all your force.
So Dreykov. Oh, before that,
come back faster. This could come back faster.
Yeah. It'll still fly if you throw it slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you throw it at a speed that you're comfortable with catching it? Well, but then it won't do damage to anybody else. Well, yeah. But it
may look okay.
Yeah, but you'll look good doing it.
Yeah.
Remember how we used to practice with the frisbee on the beach? That kind of thing.
Just like Rocky 3, he throws the frisbee and he's running. You gotta want it. Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Captain America didn't always hit people with his shield, but the threat of being hit by the shield, that was enough.
So do you think they have remember what movie was it where Captain America held the AA meeting for all the
that was Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah, where he was like the
group therapy session.
Yeah. So do you think that Ant-Man and the Falcon, Natasha and Barton got together and always had to kind of pep talk everybody, but no, dude, we're real Avengers. Seriously, just because we're real Avengers, right? We'd have no superpower, but we're real Avengers, right? I can say, Ken, you're a real Avenger, dude. You have that wingsuit. Don't you count yourself out. You're an Avenger. You, Ant-Man, you could shrink with that little. All right, anybody could do it who's wearing the suit, but you know what I mean? You're an Avenger, bro. I think they had to do that. Because you're going up against Tony Stark and his.
Anyone can do
it. Yeah, all right. Anybody could do it who's wearing the suit, but dude, you're good at it. You're an Avenger.
Positive reinforcement.
They just had their weekly meeting, and they always try to
they go. Captain America says, me, Tony, and Thor, we had a meeting. We talked about how great you guys are. And they go, wait, you had a meeting without us?
You guys meet without us? Well, yeah.
Well, who
else was there? Was Tony there?
Well, we call it the real Avenger meeting.
Yeah. Was Tony there? Tony was there, yes.
Yes, Tony was there. Of course he was.
What about Rhodey? Fucking Rhodey was there. Hey, he gets one of the suits. Yeah, he's definitely more of an Avenger than you are.
Yeah, you're right now. You're a B-venger.
Yeah.
These are the A-vengers.
But wait a minute. Anyone can be in that suit Rhodey's in too. It takes a little more skill than that.
He's military trained.
If you put on that suit, you wouldn't be able to make it work the way he does.
Right. Barton's I'm military trained, dude. You shoot arrows.
Yeah.
So you shoot at you.
This guy's a pilot.
Yeah, he has machinery. He can handle it.
He's used to flying.
Rhodey's my friend.
Yeah.
You're not my friend.
Rhodey's allowed to come to. Rhodey's allowed to come to these meetings, but we're not.
We're work friends.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. Phil gets to go. Phil. Yeah, but we like Phil.
Yeah, Phil's funny, man.
Yeah, Phil, he's good.
Clint, you know the difference between you and Phil? Phil's funny. You're not.
Yeah, Phil's funny and he brings bagels, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you eat the bagels, you take two.
Yeah. Yeah. And you never
let everyone get one first before you take a second.
And you always take the everything. You always buy it just to see.
Yeah.
You always
we purposely only buy one to see if you're that kind of guy.
Yeah. So
you're that guy.
That's so funny.
Takes the everything bagel.
Have meetings without us. No, Falcon, you're good. You're good. Bucky gets to go. He's not even an Avenger. Yeah,
but he's Captain America's buddy.
He's shot up with the go-go juice. Dude.
Yeah,
dude. Listen.
But your skills are just as good.
Yeah, when we need you to shoot like 1 or 2 bullets, who am I going to call? I'm going to call you.
When we need someone to shoot bullets.
Yeah. When I need you to shrink down and get into something, Scott, I'm calling you, buddy.
You need you to walk through a lock.
Yeah, exactly. Like something that Tony can't get into, which is almost impossible. But hey, like we have you for stuff.
We got you in reserve.
Dude, think about it. Who here has been to the quantum realm? Nobody but you. Just you, buddy.
Well, now everybody.
Well,
now everybody. Before.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought you were the only one. Everybody's done it. But you thought you were the first. How great is that?
Yeah, and Hulk learned it in 5 minutes, so time travel, eh?
Okay.
Oh, someone someone quoted something about Bruce Banner and Endgame. They said Bruce Banner invented an immortality machine, and they think it's like a failure.
Yeah. Well, I invented this, but it just makes you immortal.
It just makes you. We can put your consciousness in a younger version of yourself.
I'm not
who would want that?
No, Barton, get your arrows. Let's go.
Go get that kitchen mitt.
Yeah, go get that. Yeah. So all right. Hey, this was a great meeting. Until next week, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
But hey, you guys are Avengers too.
Remember that.
No, we will call you. You can use the facility in the gym all you want.
You're like the Professor and Marianne. You're and the rest.
Yeah, you're and yeah. No, dude, your fob works. You can get into all the Avenger stuff and on the premises.
Unlimited snacks in the kitchen.
Yeah, dude. Barton, all the fucking bagels you want, buddy.
Yes.
But we'll call you when we need you. Just stay around, work out, see your loved ones. You have plenty of time. I'd take a vacation. This is like the slow time. This is the slow time.
I invented this new thing. It's called the trouble alert. And it's vital someone is looking at it all the time.
Yeah, I got these little necklaces. You put them around your neck. If you need us, you hit the button. We'll come.
It's called Friend Alert.
And I got you this flip phone to contact us with these giant buttons.
Yeah. So just text us. It'll go right to Jarvis.
It'll go right to our smartphones. Your flip phones will go right to our smartphones.
Yeah. So what do we type in? Just type in 911. We'll know it's you.
Yeah.
Just
tell them we are also Avengers.
Yeah.
And then they'll know to route the call to us.
Yes.
Then we'll come. We'll save the day.
Right.
Wait, but
you can stand up there behind us at the press conference.
Yeah.
But I noticed in the contact list, I'm listed under second group.
Yeah.
But are we still in the same team?
That's our super secret.
We are still on the same team.
Yes.
Think of us more of as one big unit, but we're the first unit.
And you're the support team.
You're like.
But I'm noticing on my phone plan, it's not unlimited. It's pay to go.
Yeah, but Stark said he'll pay for everything. Just submit your receipts. You'll get it. You'll get reimbursed.
He said he'll recharge the phone every month. With new minutes.
Right. Just put in your expense report. That's the most important paperwork. You guys should be good at that. You have a lot of downtime.
But if you put it in after the 5th, it's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. It has to be in by no later than 5:00 on the 4th. No later, otherwise,
or you won't get reimbursed
unless it falls on a weekend, then the following Monday.
Because you can't have the phone going off and then you get in trouble and we're not there to save you. I mean, team up with you.
No, you're definitely Avengers. You guys are definitely Avengers. So
Okay, well,
that's so funny. Just the four of them are sitting pet talking each other. We're Avengers, right?
we're Avengers.
Yeah.
Remember that. Let's walk out of here with our heads held up high.
Yeah. So that movie needs to happen in the MCU.
All right. Well, so
Back to Black Widow.
So Red Guardian squeezes into his old suit. They all have a little get together, and Natasha says they're not really their family and all that, but the little girl, not the little girl, she's a big girl now. Elena says, "No, I disagree. It is. You are my family," and all of that. So that was a nice little touch that I liked in this movie. And then they go and find the Red Room, which is in a giant floating thing like the helicarrier.
Right.
And
that obviously no radar can pick up.
And Dreykov, of course, gives away all the secrets to Natasha.
Just like a villain does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dotted every I, crossed every T.
So she fights Taskmaster. The dude Dreykov and Taskmaster get away, but Natasha secretly stole his ring, which was the key to unlocking his computer console.
Right. And no one can kill him because he wore cologne.
Yeah.
And no.
Oh, I thought it was a prime directive.
Yeah,
No,
it was pheromones. Yeah. So Natasha breaks her nose so she doesn't smell his pheromones, so she can
beat his ass.
Beat his ass up. They blow up the station. They shoot. They tie the antidote vials to a grenade, throw it above the heads of the other Black Widows, and shower down the gas on them. They all come out of their trance.
Yeah.
Natasha.
Also,
what
movie was this from?
What?
Come on, man! This was Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wow.
This was Temple of Doom all the way.
With everyone under the trance, and then Short Round brings them out of it.
Yeah. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Then they blow up the place, release the other Black Widows. Natasha downloads the location of all the other secret undercover Black Widows. Dreykov dies, and the family leaves on a Quinjet.
Sounds about right. Go ahead, Ken. I like the raising of the hand.
Yeah. I got that from somebody I know over here. So the way that fortress fell out of the sky was like super slow motion.
Oh my God. Like
Richie's favorite part, where Natasha jumps out of the thing carrying a parachute, puts it on her, saves her sister, lands on a piece of this thing.
Yeah.
Taskmaster comes down, knocks her off, but she deploys Taskmaster's parachute, and
they safely land.
And they safely land.
Fast landing.
Without even a sprained ankle.
Right.
Or a blown out knee. Something.
So she sprays Taskmaster in the face with the gas antidote and tells her, "Okay, you're free to go." Yo,
is he gone? Right. That was Taskmaster's first words.
Is he gone? Yeah.
Yeah. He just fucking died. Didn't you see it?
You saw when you were trying to beat me up in midair.
Yeah.
Which wasn't possible for either of us, but okay.
So she gets taken away by Thaddeus Ross because she told him where, turned on her tracker so he can find her.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's when they had those hearings where she said, "You're going to need us, and you're going to need us bad."
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yep. So again, I knew that they were introducing the sister because they
Right.
really played up the sister.
Right. She takes off. That dude, that supplier, somehow got his hands on a Quinjet.
Right.
Probably borrowed it from Barton.
Yeah.
Duped him. Like, hey, you're an Avenger, right? Of course I'm an Avenger.
There's some aliens down the street.
Yeah.
You're not a real Avenger. If you're a real Avenger, you'll
You-
get me a Quinjet.
Yeah. Did you get, only real Avengers get Quinjet. Get you a Quinjet. You can't get me a Quinjet.
Only real Avengers will get me
Yeah.
Quinjets.
Yeah.
Look, you give me a Quinjet, I'll give you $1,000.
I'll give you some more arrows.
I bet you $1,000 you can't get a Quinjet here in 5 minutes.
You got me. Yeah, look at me. I got a Quinjet. No shit. Here's your $1,000. You got it. Where are you going with it? Well, I need it.
So,
Yeah, it's for Natasha. Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
the post-credit sequence is Yelena putting flowers on Natasha's grave after this takes place after Endgame.
Right. They tied this one up neatly
Yeah. And
to tie it into the rest of it.
Contessa, whatever, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is there as the same character from
And who's
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What?
Who does she play in it?
Contessa something and something or other.
She's like
Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Yeah, she's like the girl version of what's his name, right?
Nick Fury. She's
Nick Fury.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's like Nick Fury.
works
but
for
funny.
some sort of shadow organization, governmental organization.
And first
Oh, she doesn't work for Lady Hydra?
No.
No, she is Lady Hydra in
She's
the
Lady
comics,
Hydra. Okay.
but
Right.
Yeah.
she was also Nick Fury's girlfriend
So
in the comics.
Natasha, not Natasha. What's her name? Anastasia. What's her name?
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
No. The sister.
Yelena.
Elena. Yeah. So Elaine. Go figure.
Yelena.
Oh, Yelena. Okay. So Caesar, she's blowing her nose at the gravesite, and the first thing she was like, I want to raise, and she was like, don't we all? And then she's like, oh, don't you want to see your next target? So obviously, sister works for her,
Right.
and she's like, don't you want to see your next target? And it's Barton, and he goes, oh, he's cute though.
Yeah.
So, and that's how the movie ended.
Yep. So she's going to be Black Widow.
She's the new Black Widow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I figured that.
So
I figured that the minute they introduced her, and Scarlett Johansson not being Black Widow anymore.
So this movie made 200. It had a budget of $200 million and a box office of 173.9 million already
on the first day.
Yeah. Well, first weekend.
Yeah.
So
it will easily make its money.
Yeah, and it's also been the highest grossing movie since they reopened the theaters.
Did you see it in a theater count or at home?
In the theater.
Oh, nice.
Yep. There was a whopping 7 people there. Including my family. So that's 4 of us that were there.
Wow.
Oh, it's all right. I liked it a lot. And I liked David Arbor. It didn't remind me of Stranger Things at all, the way he was acting. So it just took him right out of that character set or typeset. And and the action was good. A little far-fetched for, like Rich was saying, coming out of falling out of a fortress, a flying fortress, and spinning through another piece of the fortress with the parachute just in your hand, not even attached to you.
So they were showing henchmen like falling off and bouncing off debris.
Right.
Yeah.
None of them even came close to any debris. Like not even like a shard of glass that would have chopped your head off going at that speed. But none of them. They all dodged. They all, unscathed. They from debris.
Well, they can go on with his review.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. And maybe it's those uniforms that the older widows build. It could be, might have some bouncy material in there or some shock absorbing materials in there from Joanne's Fabrics. But yeah, it's finally a Marvel movie that was released, so I'm going to give it a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jim.
I liked it. I did not love it. Like we were saying earlier, the too many things she did, that was my big beef. Like when we were reviewing Watchmen, right. And the way that hack Zack Snyder filmed it, it made it look like these characters had superpowers.
Right.
Like you said, if you put my head through a granite countertop, you win the fight. I don't keep fighting after that.
Right. Exactly. And that's like in this one when she was fighting her sister.
Yeah.
And her sister hit her, she hit her sister in the face with a plate, and the plate broke.
Yeah.
You also won that fight.
Yeah.
Right.
So there was too much of that. Too much. If they grounded the fighting a little more,
right,
I would have enjoyed it more.
Right.
If it was less superhero-y and more spy-y,
yep,
I probably would have enjoyed it more. So I can't give this any more than a 3.5.
3.5. So, no, I agree.
Wait, I'm taking half off for what they did to Taskmaster, the character of Taskmaster. 3.
Wow. This is the first one where you've taken something back.
Well, it's because I like
fucking bullshit. I'm aware.
Because I don't know. There was something about Taskmaster. I really like that character.
Right. So this movie was made specifically to introduce her sister as Black Widow, and to say goodbye to Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
So this was Marvel's way of saying, you've done such a great job for us. We thank you. We're going to give you one last curtain call as Black Widow, but your younger and hotter sister is going to take over. We're going to make her character way more likable because she's going to have a personality.
Natasha had a person that
she'll be funny. She had a personality in Iron Man 2. After that, it was a little lackluster. Think of all the fucking movies Black Widow's been in. Like I watched Avengers today. There was a clip, I caught like 5 minutes of it. And literally it was when Captain America was given his, you stay down here and keep the fight. Well, we're down here because you guys aren't real Avengers, and I can't, I gotta watch out for you guys.
That's just happened to be when he turned it on. Was that part the directing traffic?
Yeah, exactly. So it was
you get up there and stay out of the way.
Barton, you're gonna go on that roof. I don't know how you're gonna get there yet, but you're gonna go up on that roof. Tony Stark will take you because he has a suit that can get him up there. Natasha, you stay down here.
Or the elevator.
Yeah. Make sure you have enough bullets in your handguns that just again, it just reminded me of Harlem Nights.
Your handguns.
That's all it reminded me of. Like Harlem Nights when Arsenio's gang was shooting Eddie Murphy and everybody had Tommy guns except one guy and he had just the revolver. So everybody was shooting at, and then he was like, put that stupid gun down. so Natasha had 2 handguns.
Yeah.
So,
but like you were saying, it seemed like a setup to set up the new Black Widow.
Yes.
It's almost like everything Marvel puts out is a setup.
Yes. Oh, enough, Jim. We'll talk about Loki next week. Jesus Christ. One, Jim, we knew that Loki was going to be a setup.
Okay. So go on. What's your
I give it a 3. It was again, the sister was funny, made me laugh. I'm happy that they poked fun at the move and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And her sister was hurt most of the time, which was like, yeah, look, her sister's hurt. It's normal.
Right.
She's going to get invited to the regular Avenger meetings.
Yeah.
Like the new Black Widow gets to go, and Barton can't go. Like, no, dude, you got to hang out with Scott and the Falcon and the new Captain America.
Didn't I tell you someone's got to stare at the trouble alert? It's got 2 sides. We need 2 people staring at it at all times.
Yeah. So,
How come Thor never has to stare at the trouble alert? He's got that eye thing.
Yeah, you got, plus he's always going to different realms. He can't be, he's busy.
Yeah.
He's busy. So, it was
He's got real Avenger business. Other Avenger business.
Yeah, and Ant-Man always has to go to the bagel shop. Hey, Scott, when on your way here, will you pick up the bagels? We ordered them, paid for them. You just got to pick them up.
Should I get 2 everything bagels? Ixnay on the everything.
Dude, we already put in the order. All you have to do is
pick it
say
up.
You're an Avenger. I'm an Avenger. I'm here to pick up the Avengers bagels. That's
Clint.
all you have to say.
Yep. Clint, guess what? Clint, I got I got a test.
Here to pick up the Avenger bagels.
Yeah, I'm an Avenger. I'm here to pick up the Avenger bagels. Oh my God.
You're an Avenger?
You're an Avenger? Yeah, man.
Who?
Who's that? I shrink. I have the button.
I've never seen you before in my life.
All right.
You're never in the news stories.
Do you have a Avenger ID?
Because I can't give these bagels.
I can't. Tony asked to make sure I get an ID.
Wait, how many primary Avengers are there? Was there 4?
Primary Avenger.
Wait a minute. There's only 4 bagels in this bag.
Yeah. It just says, how come your card doesn't say all access? It just says access level B. What do you mean? I'm an Avenger. Look, it says it right here.
It says right on the card.
Yeah. It says level 2 Avenger. What's that mean?
That's because we have our quarters on level 2. That's what Tony said.
That's what Tony said. Everybody can't stay on the same level.
Yeah. There's not enough rooms.
Yes, of the Avenger facility is the size of 6 football fields, but yes,
there's still a limited amount of rooms on level 1.
There's a lot of Quinjets there.
Yeah.
Can I just have my order?
Speaking of Quinjets, Clint, I need you to take the Quinjet and get it cleaned.
And this time, don't sell it for magic beans or something.
Yeah, don't sell it for fucking $1,000. I don't know how many of these I can make.
Stop losing them.
How do you lose a jet?
Yeah, some guy said he bet me that I'm not an Avenger.
I mean, it's not like
you have my pride.
Not like you lost $10. You lost an entire jet.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna change your name to Spaz. All right. Keep losing this shit.
Oh my God. Hey, Spaz, go clean the Quinjet. That's so fucked up. Barton, you want to go gas up the Quinjet before we go? What do you mean? Look, I fly it. Yeah, but gas it up before we get there. You fucking Tony just throws him his fucking keys to his Audi. He'd be like, gas this up. You want to park this there, Barton?
He throws him the valet key.
You can only go 25 miles an hour.
Yeah. Stay out of the trunk.
Yeah. So anyway, the Avenger B meetings, or that would be a great show. Marvel needs to think about doing that.
The B-vengers.
B-vengers.
The B-vengers.
The B-vengers.
Destroy All Movies could be found at destroyallmovies.net. That's where you'll find our Amazon link. Go there, buy some stuff.
Yeah. We get money, I guess.
And we get money from that, but you don't pay any more money.
That's right.
But just shop on Amazon normally. Just use our link to get there. Our email address is what?
Destroymail@gmail.com. That's destroymail@gmail.com.
That's right. That's how you
Destroymail@gmail.com.
contact us. Also go to damnshow.co if you want a Destroy All Movies t-shirt or
Damnshow.co.
iPhone cover or something.
You know what? Christmas in July, Damn Show in July. You can buy your Christmas gifts now.
Yeah.
for your
Everyone
loved ones.
wants a Destroy All Movies apron, like Richie. Richie owns one.
I do own one. When I make pizza on the weekends, I have my Destroy All Movies apron.
So that's about it. Until next time, we'll have to figure out another movie.
I figured we
what?
would just do Star Wars,
Star Wars again.
the last one.
That's what is it?
Episode
What's it
9.
called?
Rise of Skywalker,
Rise of Skywalker. That's right.
which made no sense.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because she's not even a Skywalker.
she's not a Skywalker.
Yeah.
So
So we'll talk about that next week.
Rise of Skywalker.
What? Rise of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Yes. You just throw it out there in the middle of my sentence.
Yeah, whatever, fucker.
Who are you?
That's it. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
I'm Ken.
Good night, damnation. You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at you
Destroy All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know
Could
what
be.
we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.